You are now going to read a story. Before you read, you are going to read a story about a special day. This is on page 155, the instructions, and then the story will be on page 156. Read the title of the story on page 156. What do you think the story is about? Now, grade 6s, the title is A Very Different Birthday. So what do you think the story will be about if you read the title A Very Different Birthday? Look at the people in the picture that goes with the story. How do they look? Here's the first picture on page 156. You have to look at these two people and then decide. Do you think they are cross, busy, sad, tired, or happy? So how do they look? There's a little girl and probably her mom. And then the second picture looks like this. And again, you have to choose one of these 5 words. Cross, busy, sad, tired, or happy. Again, focusing on the mother and the daughter. At the top of page 156, they ask you, while you read, think about the characters and the places where the story happens. So where does this story take place? Remember, grade 6s, we refer to that as the setting of the story. And then obviously the characters are important. Who are the characters and what are their names? What are they doing? Number 2 just says practice reading. Read the last paragraph of the story to your partner. You have to read the story very carefully. Then go to page 157. Read all the questions very carefully. And then read the story for a second time. As you read the story for a second time, you may underline with pencil and make notes in your book as to where you remember certain questions are mentioned. So if they ask you about characters and you read about the characters, you can make a little note with grey pencil in your books. And that's a very important way of doing a comprehension. Don't just start with a question straight away and look for the answers. First, read the story, find out what it's about, read the questions, and then read the story again. Only after you've read it for the second time, I want you to answer the questions in your books. You have now read the story on page 156 with the last couple of sentences on this page. And now you can answer the questions. Number 1A, find the sentences in the story with the words present and surprise. And then you just look for those words and please memorize the spelling. Present, so dis 'n geskenk, and then surprise. Remember the R after the U. We say surprise, but it's actually surprise. It has an S here in the second last letter, not a Z. So there's nothing you have to physically write in your books. You just find these 2 words in your story. You don't do number B. Number 2, who are the 2 main characters in the story? Number 3, where does the story happen? Choose 2 places. So out of these 3, you write down 2 of these phrases and use those bullets in your book as well. Number 4, write 1 sentence that explains what the story is about. Use these words to help you. You can complete that frame or you can make up your own sentence, but it's only 1 sentence. Now, grade 6s, please don't write a paragraph. You have to summarize the story in 1 sentence. That's why you rather use that frame to guide you so that you don't write too much. Number 5, these parts of the story are in the wrong order. Write them in the correct order in your book. So again, you've got 3 sentences. You just rewrite them in the correct order. Number 6, Caroline's birthday is important to her. Do you think everyone looks forward to their birthdays? Why or why not? So grade 6s, that's again an opinion question. It can be yes or no, depending on what you think. So please motivate your answer. you can leave out number 7. Number 8, Caroline's mother wanted to give her a surprise, but she also made Caroline very upset. Do you think this is a good thing to do? Explain your answer. So think carefully. Number 9, ask a partner questions about the story. Use words like what, why, how. How do you think Caroline felt before her birthday? So again, grade 6 is 2 questions, 9.1, 9.2. And if you write those questions, you must also write your answers. It can be any questions that's not asked in one of the previous questions in your workbook. So please think of some good questions to ask and write your answers underneath your questions. Number them 9.1 and 9.2.